Hey guys, welcome back to day 11 of Oxygen Not Included on Volcanea. So, we're ready to start building the rockets, and that is going to be today's priority, getting our first rocket out. Going to be interesting. I'm expecting some scalded dupes while we get on with it. I've had to stop my conveyor rail because it was kind of heating up the base over here and it was getting a bit scaldy. I've just modified this cool slush geyser pipe with a couple of bits of granite pipe just to cool the place down a bit, and that seems to be working. Once it's down to a more acceptable temperature, I'll re-insulate it again. So my next queued up bit of work is down here. I've set this up to build a oh no, not that one. I'm going to build a huge polluted water tank with the cool slush geyser and the polluted water vent. Hopefully the two of them combined will be enough to stop it all freezing, but who knows, we'll wait and see. Then I'm going to filter this water out. I'm going to use a double filtration system, pump out the oil into here, pump the polluted water into there, and just pump the clean water. I'll probably pump that in with the crude oil, to be honest, just send it into here because it's cool enough that it's not going to evaporate. Excuse me. And I can set a layer of mesh tiles and just mop it straight off the top. That should do the trick. There's not an awful lot of it there because this one froze over pretty darn quickly. But yeah, so I'm just going to wait for this to kind of melt and sort things out. With this copper volcano erupting, that should help the meltdown process. Obviously this hydrogen vent is kicking out at 500 degrees. That's going to help. So eventually all this water will be a clean water tank, and we'll have a polluted water tank over here, totally separate. So next job, obviously get the rocket started. Now obviously I can't build it too low because my rocket exhaust will cook this steam turbine. But we'll get one probably this level will be our rocket level. So I guess the first job is to put a layer of bunker tiles in there for our base. Whoops, overshot there. Always a risk when you do that method. I did find a dodgy bit of wiring here. This wire was down through here and it was a looped input, which the game does not like at all. So I fixed that, and I found two more bits of dodgy wire which were this bit here and that bit there. I fixed those, so now this is back into an acceptable level. I also found I'd already installed a wattage sensor. So I'd actually ended up with two wattage sensors, but so there's one there and one there, but only this one is connected up, and I've set it to 15,000 now, so it'll open up when the demand is greater than 15,000. As you can see, they're all kicked up nicely. These generators will use some gas as and when required. Not quite sure what we've got in there. Yeah, I mean, there's so much natural gas backed up from the two natural gas. Is it two or is it one? I can never remember. There's certainly one there. Do we have another one? I think. Yes, the other one's here, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. So we've got two natural gas geysers. I mean, this is up to about nearly 3 tons actually per tile. When its doors are all closed, 2.9 tons per tile, so that's fantastic. Petroleum, that's up to 2.5 tons per tile. So yeah, we've got plenty of resources now. When they get this built, I've probably set that on too low a priority. No, it is on priority 9, so that's all good. Fantastic. So I'm going to need to reroute this. This conveyor rail that's going up to the top. I wonder how hot it is where it's dropping off the materials. Not really. Yeah, that's okay. So obviously it had cooled down going through the base and was just hot while it was going through the base. Yeah, that looks a bit hot there. I think we might want to insulate that. Yeah, I think we've got some heat bleeding out through that granite that's touching. Yeah, it's coming out through the granite and the obsidian. You can get some heat transfer diagonally sometimes. So we will insulate that off, and I'll put a double layer of insulation there. So we'll go there, dig that, and then put another layer on the outside of it, and that should solve that problem. Whoops. Right. It's all good, all good. How are our slicksters doing? Oh, we've got a molten lava egg. So we're getting some petroleum down there. So 2 molten lava eggs. 3 molten lava eggs. Wow. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's because it's nice and toasty in there, so they'll like that. Petroleum will obviously sit on the top, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. This is still up at max gas pressure. Could probably stick a pump in there and take the natural gas out and just feed it into the same line as this one. How much power have we got on this scale? It's only 1000 watts. We can definitely do that. So we'll stick a pump up here. We won't make it urgent. We'll just stick it on a low priority. And same for the pipe. Let's choose a route for this. Probably easier to come down from the top, I would imagine. Need to get rid of that little lot actually. Not worried about that sour gas that's in there. So we'll deconstruct all that lot. Deconstruct these high pressure gas vents. We don't need those any longer. Right, so let's just choose our routing then. Gas, copy that. We'll go down to there for now. Down to here. And then I think what we'll do is we'll run it through the insulation. That will minimise any temperature build-up. And we'll just need to run it one higher than the existing one. Now it's going to get hot through here, so I'm just going to use some insulated pipe made out of ceramic, minimise any heat gain, and across to there. Then we can go back to our igneous, join it up, use the gas bridge. That can be made out of just regular igneous because there's no heat transfer through that. And then we'll join that up and that up. Right, that's all on a lower priority, so that will get done as and when. Same, I'll put the wire in as well. Come on, come out. Thank you. Fine. Right, that's the secondary project. Most important project is getting space done. So we'll deconstruct these 2 sections of ladder. Buildings. We'll just pause it while I do that. Don't want them to start it until they're ready to do the whole lot. Now, where do we want this? We need an obsidian ladder, because that's the only thing that can cope with the heat. Now, should I go right up there close? We need there. We'll run that straight down. I'll put those last sections in when that ladder is deconstructed. If I put them in now, it will cancel the deconstruction and the chain deconstruct mod won't work. So also what we need, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, just above each normal ladder, you want a little segment of ladder. No, not that one, that should have been there, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. You want them one up on where you would normally put them, because that's what it needs to build each rocket segment. I'm going to go for a big rocket, and what I'm probably going to do is just oh, talking of which, I'm queued. Have I queued up any? No, I have queued one up. We have got oxygen in there. It is all ready. We just need to wait for the doors to open. Oh, and when they do open, we can check our light travel and our scan quality, see how that's been impacted. I'm hoping it's going to be very good, but we shall see. Blimey, we're up to 2 million calories now. 1.4 million calories of surf and turf. That's nuts. Arbor acorn. I'm not using them at the moment, but I'm saving them up. I think I've got 3 in total at the moment. Where are they? Seeds. Seeds. Arbor acorn 2. So I don't know whether you know, in the recent patch change, you can now get or occasionally find an arbor acorn if you when you're harvesting trees. You don't have to use a pip to find them. So if you're looking for arbor acorns, just make sure you're auto harvesting your available trees, and then you might find an arbor acorn in there that you can actually use. So little tip for you there. How are we doing on this? Oh, you're building that, but you're ignoring the deconstruct. That's probably because deconstruct is on priority 5. So let's just perk your interest up, shall we? I need to grab those first 2 segments, and then the whole lot will be done. There we go. There's the first one. There's the second one. Right, let's get that in, and we'll do that on priority 9. And then we'll place the rocket segment. Just thought we also need to run a gas pipe for the steam that we're going to be using. So we're obviously, like I said, we're going to leach off this pipe here, and that's probably there because that's probably going to be the hottest point. So we've got our pump to top it up, and then what we'll do is no, not liquid. Just had a thought. This is going to take 1 kilo of water or steam out of here. So I probably ought to arrange to put 1 kilo of water in here to replace it when the rocket is fueling. The only yeah. Just wondering how I might do that. Yeah, probably if I put an overflow on it. Right, so when the gas stops moving, there'll be an overflow event. If I sense steam with that, then we can use a NOT gate on that, and that will shut off the water. And when it's red and not sensing steam, we can then put that will then send a red signal to the NOT gate, which will be green, and that will fill it up. That should work, I think. Who knows? We'll soon find out. I'm probably going to wait too much. Do you know, I probably just shouldn't bother and just take the steam from somewhere like here just to get it, rather than run. We're only going to do what? Maximum 20,000 really on steam, so probably not worth it really, is it? I'm probably just overcomplicating things. How much water have we got in there, do you think? Don't know. Plumbing. How active is this dormant? Next activity 14.5 cycles. That might tally in nicely actually. Let's give it a go. So we'll want a hydro sensor in the bottom. That can be made out of copper. We'll want an atmo sensor at the top. We'll want an OR gate. No, we'll want an AND gate. So, automation. I've never had much success with this before, but I've come up with a new plan to obviously make this okay. So, hydro sensor, send a green signal if below 1. Atmo sensor, current pressure is 63 kilos. So send a green signal if above. No, that's not it. 20 kilos. I think that's the maximum it can go up to. Yeah, 20 kilos. So what we're going to do is run a water pipe from somewhere. Probably there would be the easiest. Although I am concerned about running out of water there. We'll just take it from here. I've set up a pump in there already. We'll just run it through a filter and use it, because it's not going to be used. There's not going to be an awful lot of it used. So, so on that basis, I could use this one. No, I'll use this one. Yeah, be easiest. We're not going to use an awful lot of it. It's only enough to get the rocket fired a few times. That's too high, isn't it? Yep. So let's bring it down here, and we're going to need some. Going to need a bridge. We'll use the polluted water because that's not going to be a critical one. Plumbing, liquid bridge, priority 9. And we want a liquid shut off. Liquid shut off, insulated liquid pipe, and we'll bridge it on to there. Automation wire, which will come off here, make that out of copper, and a power wire, which I think we can just take straight off that heavy wire. Oop. Right, we'll deconstruct that. So the idea is, as long as this hydro sensor doesn't detect water, and this has dropped below 20 kilos, then it will let more water in there. In the meantime, then we should have plenty in there. So we have got one dodgy bit of gas in there, though. That's a bit of a worry. Oh, we've got hydrogen and oxygen in there. So I might have to put a filter on there. So ventilation, gas pump made of steel. I'll tell you what, we'll put it about here. Hopefully the oxygen and hydrogen will stay high enough up that it won't cause a problem. Yeah. Okay, we'll run the... No, I'm going to run the pipe up there. Oh, we're ready for some more modules. And then we'll run it back down here like so. Although, actually that's not going to... Let's make it even more convoluted. I love convoluted. Right, so we'll put that there, and that there. So ventilation. high pressure gas vent in there. And do you know what? I'm going to drop that down. I'm going to make it 16. No, that's not right. 16000. What? 16. That's better. So that way we can give that a chance to pump out some of the steam. Any excess steam, rather than break the pipes, will be vented out. It doesn't need to be a high pressure gas vent. It can just be a regular gas vent. Will be vented to space. Ventilation. No, that's refinement. Just be a regular gas vent. So any excess steam will be vented to space rather than just sit in the pipes, condense and break them. That's the plan. Rocketry research module. What did I just make that out? Doesn't matter, it's all steel. Right, priority 9 on all of this. No, not that bit. You can cancel that bit. Priority 9. Because that's our main priority at the moment. Good, good. How did they get on starting off on that? Oh, they got a little bit dug out. Enough to keep a small well of. See, this has already become. What's that? Polluted ice. 49,790 kilos. Holy sh! That must have. This is yeah, okay. You've obviously seen walls break from being over pressurized before. Well, this is what happens. What was happening? There must have been a little bit of ice in there or something, or another liquid, and the cool slush was coming out, and rather than just overflow, it ended up building up into one tile. It's kind of self-pressurizing, a bit like the what's a good example? The my bulk storage. My bulk storage uses an under-pressurized liquid vent. So these pressurize at, I think, 1 kilo. So as long as you have less than a kilo in there, sorry, 1 ton. So as long as you have less than 1 ton on that tile, the liquid vent won't be over pressure. And what it does is it pumps it out, sticks it in the tile above, even though that's already over pressurized, because it doesn't check that. So that's what happened there. There was a liquid on top of it, and rather than actually zoom out, and rather than actually overflow, whatever was there caused it to become over pressurized, and it just kept displacing it into that tile, and it displaced it into that tile so much that it, where is it, there, displaced it into this tile so much that it's built up this huge quantity. That one's pretty big as well, and that one's 254 kilos, so that's fairly normal, but that's a total of, that's 49 tons, and that's 18 tons. So wow, that's a hell of a lot of ice, polluted ice. Yeah, when that melts in there, that's, what did I say, 49 and 18, that's brain won't work, 67. That's 67 tiles of polluted water in those 2 blocks when they melt. Nuts, absolutely nuts. Ah, dear. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. We'll get this built and I'll cut you back in. Right, we're cracking on with this. When it was built, it automatically started filling up my steam rocket, so that's all full and ready to go. Still got 35 kilos in there, so it's dumping the excess out to space at the moment. I deleted the shut off because I realised I could just do it with a regular vent, and then I wouldn't have any steam sitting in the pipes and bursting or anything like that. So they've just got one more research module to do. The automation is almost done. I haven't done the final connections yet because I don't want a meteor storm coming and opening the doors, which is what normally happens. So yeah, we're really rocking. They have worked so quickly today. Rocketry, command capsule, next stage. Right, astronaut wise, I've got newbie Rowan is now Major Rowan, so he's ready to go. He will be getting rocket navigation as soon as he has the required points. But we may just send him before then anyway, because yeah, or maybe we'll save him up and use someone else. Who else has got a lot of points? We need 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Newbie Turner is looking quite attractive at the moment. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, Newbie Turner is now promoted to Major Turner. So we've got vitals. Newbie Turner, you are now Major Turner. And you will be our first astronaut. And then Rowan can pick up the next flights on the next set of rockets. So I might as well get that queued up. Oh, for God's sake. Cancel. Right, so Major Turner is on there. Hopefully he has the ability to do it. Obviously can't go anywhere at the moment because they haven't finished the automation. Lead? That ain't going to last 2 seconds. Ribbon reader, cancel. We'll get rid of those. There's no way they'd last. Automation, ribbon reader, and we'll make them out of steel this time so that they actually last longer than 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4. Everything else is made out of steel. The ribbon's steel, the conductive wire, the automation wire bridges and the automation wire, all steel. But what we also need to do is run the power for those doors. So it's this wire here. So we need it on those two, those two, and those two, and those two. And again, that will be steel all the way. Getting low on steel now. Right, so priority, why was it not back to, oh, priority 5, because I set that stuff at priority 5, didn't I? So we'll put that at priority 9. Not worried about the rest of it. I need to finish this ribbon. They're a bit slow with the old lead, I think probably because it's down in the basement. Yeah, we've got plenty of it, it's just that it's probably all down in the crude oil at the bottom. Unless I've swept it up now. I'm going to sweep that up because it's a pain being down there. So we'll go refined metal, priority 9, and then all our sweepers can get down there and mop it up and get it into storage. Oh, they've dug that tile up because I set it all to dig, haven't they? It's a shame. So what we got? Yeah, 4,500 kilos, 9.5 tons, 24.9 tons. Loads. So what's our polluted ice stock now? 523 tons of polluted ice, 460 of ice. So I put in the ice temp shift plate, so I'm not going to have a problem. Right, how are we doing on the room? We've still got plenty in here. 10 in there. We have 64 in there and 13 in there. Fabulous. We are not going to run out of fish. Well, unless it all goes pear-shaped. Yeah, come on, save game. A nice load of rooms there. Looking quite tidy. We've got printables. I think I might take another 3 dupes on if we get anything decent. Oh, look at that. Almost perfect, but he's got flatulent. Loud sleeper, yokel. Yeah, I'll take the oxalite. Hopefully that won't off-gas. Oh, it is going to off-gas. It's a shame. Because we'll need an oxalite refinery soon. And that is staying nicely pressurised down there. Most of the carbon dioxide has gone now. It's been filtered out. Our little filtration system. Excellent. Right, Major Turner is assigned. Destination not selected. Oh, have you still not researched that flipping... What the hell's going on? Oh, I bet I haven't. Sure I had him on. Did I not put my researcher on astronomy? That would be so like, no, he has. So why can't... Why is Camille not do... Oh, but it's on... Oh, it's on priority 5, isn't it? No, Camille, not enough oxygen. Why have we not got enough oxygen in there? Stop going up there. Oh, flipping heck. Oh, no. I didn't want it off that one, did I? I wanted it off the middle rail. So, we'll send that up there for now. Which rail was which? Yeah, we'll take it off the middle rail. Because that's the one most often with a full charge. Really? Actually, Major Rowan, you can get a few skill points from doing that, can't you? So let's allow you to do some research. In fact, Major Rowan, you can have 2 in there. I'll unassign Major Turner and he can do some as well. Priorities. Give you something to do while you're waiting. Major Rowan's in there. Oh, we didn't check the... Let's check the... Oh, look at that. Scan quality 100%, network quality 127. 100%, 100%, 63. That's because that block of regolith is sitting up there. 97, 100, and 100. Perfect. Loving it. Right, so our first rocket is running from this one. So that's going to be orbital dupe to XLI. Can you get this ribbon cable done, please, chaps? Be really nice of you. Not that it really matters until they come back, but it'd be nice to get it done beforehand. And we'll put that on priority 8. So, how many rocket doors are we going to... Have I just powered all the wrong doors? I think I have, haven't I? Oh, what a naughty. Right, so we need to power that one. Yeah, those are right. Just didn't need that one. Deconstruct that lot, because we're going to have that steel wire back. And those two. And those two. Yeah, it was just that first one I got wrong. Here we go. That'll be okay. Just waiting for that telescope idle message to come up. And there it is. Right. So, Major Turner. And the destination will be our first carbon asteroid. This is #1 priority, so it should be in there soon. Better connect. I've always missed something. I missed my switch, which will automatically go to live when they finish building it. And just need to connect those 2 automation wires. And we need to power that priority construction. Just get that bit done for us, will you chaps? Would be appreciated. Or not, as the case may be. Okay, using the tube to get back up with his balloon. It's going to fit that bit of wire. That's now powered. Just need that switch done. Priority 9. I'm just going to set my default back to priority 9 after building this stuff in priority 5. How are we doing in here temperature wise? I turned these down because they didn't need to be quite so hot. Still running at 6.97 degrees. I did it when we were getting the when I was getting the brownouts, but they're all solved now, so I could potentially run a bit cooler with it. We'll see how it gets on initially. Have they planted the rest of that waterweed yet? Oh no, still not planted the last few bits. There's plenty of seeds there, Pips. You could actually just pick them up and plant them. Go on, Pip. You know you want to. They're totally slacking now. I shall have to have words with the Pip Union. Right. So, are we ready yet? Are we going yet? Switch is about to be built. That's going to send everything live. We should do. The astronaut is assigned. Let's try again, shall we? Probably on his break, knowing my luck. No, he should be. Just give him a little nudge, shall we? Come on. Get on with it. Oh, I hate it when it does this. What are you doing, Turner? Going for the most bizarre routing ever or something? Didn't realise that had broken there. Probably from when I dug out a lost dupe or something. So he's #1 priority, but he's not doing it. So let's find out what he's doing at the moment. Major Rowan, no. Major Turner. What are you doing? Fabricate at the oil refinery. No. No. How can that be his #1 priority and he's off doing That's more like it. Come on, sunshine. Get that rocket launched. There he goes. we green? Should be green. Oh, don't tell me I didn't connect the automation wire. I didn't connect the automation wire. What a... Gosh, one thing after another, isn't it? My brain, honestly. Might as well do those as well. So, I don't forget them later on. Thankfully it's only 5 kilos each, so it should carry enough to build it all in one go. No, just one lot of it then. Got some more steel down here that we... Yes, we have. 20 kilos, that's the last 4 sections. Brilliant. Now, have we built all the rest of the automation? Yes, we have. So we're going to have this on bit 1. We're going to have this on bit 1, and we've got to change all these bit 2, bit 3, bit 4. Otherwise, when they come back, it'll try and open these doors as well. Made a mess. Who's trapped? Digger Turner. Why are you stuck? Oh, we've lost some. Yes, better get that sorted, didn't we? Actually, priority 9 on the last few sections. Don't need to make that priority 11. No, Turner. Move to here. You want... No, do those ones. They're the important ones. Really? You're going to dig? Dupes. Never mind. It's you with the soggy pants, not me. Oh, I missed the rocket launch now. Thanks, Turner. You're just jealous because it wasn't you in the rocket, aren't you? And it was your other Turner. It's alright. Cool. Happy with that. How are we doing for temperature in here? It's a little bit low. It's this one refining tungsten, that one's iron. I might change this top one from doing... What was it doing? Gold, wasn't it? Change that off gold for a bit because it's quite cool, and we'll get that one doing iron to steel as well. All the materials are nearby, they can just run and top it up themselves. How are we doing for lime? That's still 4.7 tonnes, which is 47 tonnes of steel. Achievement earned. That'll be the rocket launch then. Yep. Fabulous. Right, best start. Oh no, we can't really do anything, can we? So we need that rocket to come back, send it on another trip, get some more research, and then we can get into petroleum rockets. I think at the moment they're set to research solid fuel combustion, so yeah, I want that one next. I'm not, you can't really, you can only send a one cargo bay rocket on solid fuel and steam, so we'll just skip that. We'll just use that for research. In fact, probably won't even need to do that. Well, we might need it to go to the to 20,000 miles, 20,000 kilometers. So yeah, we'll take it from there. Right, ventilation. So we've not got anything coming into these suits. Why is that? Because it's going out into the rest of the base. Could I take some oxygen? Could take part of the oxygen from there to use for that, couldn't I? Yes, I think I will actually. So we'll take it out of one of these pipes. Bring it down through here. No, no. 9 is fine. Just thinking the best way to run that. I think. No, 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 no. Right, what we'll do is we will run it along here. Just a little jink upwards. Should be able to corner build that. We'll get down there, down to here, down to there. Then we'll snip those and run a gas bridge. Laggy as hell. That will get us that. Then we'll snip that, and run the pipe to there, deconstruct that. Perfect. And as it's coming out, we'll have a little bit of hygiene, I'm not too fussed about that. Oh well, why are we... I bet this is still set too high, isn't it? Yep. That should have gone back to that after I primed it. Hopefully we haven't got a little tiny bit, not much. Oh, wrong one, there we go. Right, I'll cut this out so we get some more research done and they get this building done. Well, the rocket is back, chaps and chapesses. Let's see what we've got. Star map, carbon asteroid. Oh, get in, fullerene and niobium on our first planet. We've hit the jackpot on that one. So, what temperature is it in here? I think we'll set up a little molecular forge setup in here. Sounds like a plan to me. Well, it would, it's my plan. Right. Excellent. Got pinch pepper nuts in here. I think what we'll do is we will put a little ladder down there so they can access those. And we'll get that, we should have that espresso machine in now. Yes, everyone, it's pronounced espresso, not espresso. That'll be good. Then we've got space for a soda fountain as well, and that will just leave the one picture in the middle. In fact, we could probably do that. That's probably got loads of carbon dioxide, so let's put the soda fountain in as well. They can have a right good celebration up there. Get well and truly caffeined up. Just need to provide it with some clean water. So, soda fountain, there we go. That's a little bit smaller. It's a shame it's not the same size. It's not going to look very even. But what we'll do is we'll put a little sculpture next to it. Right, so we need water supply for that. Any clean water around? Could take supply from the toilets. Won't be the first time I've done that. Yeah, why not? I don't know whether they get food. I've never noticed whether they get food poisoning from it or not. I'll give them some clean stuff. I'll be nice. I know it's unlike me. I'm an evil bugger at heart, but got to torture them dupes, right? I know some of you will disagree with me, and I don't really. I love my dupes. You know, when they make mistakes, it's my fault, really. I think I've probably chosen the worst possible routing for this, haven't I? Although there isn't. Yes, there is. I can. No, I can't. Can't use that. Nah, I'm going to give it a more reasonable routing. Let's just cancel that. And take it straight up through the middle of the base. I'll just latch it on somewhere else. There we go. I'll put some more wallpaper in as well, so tidied that up, trying to make the place look nice. I've put these like this with two-tone wallpaper because it'll help me spot where the triage cots are if I need to find them in a hurry. So that's a plan anyway. I need to find them and assign them, then I can see that they're the two-tone ones. And you see that really stands out quite well amongst the whole base. So yeah. Right, okay there. Thimble reads all growing nicely. 1043. Have they demolished that? Yes, they have. So what we want is... Oh, we need a... I could probably put the oxalite there as well. I'm only going to go with one oxalite refinery because I always overdo it on the oxalite. I always end up with like 20 tons of it left. So, right, we'll put in the oxalite refinery first. Assuming I've researched it. Yes, I have. So we'll deconstruct that tile. And then we want 2 molecular forges. Again, under refinement. We will put one there. And one there. And then we'll want a couple of auto sweepers. Actually, no, I'm going to cancel that. I need to put some bins down. So let's put the auto sweeper in first. So we want the auto sweeper in the middle. We want a bin for gold, storage bin for gold, and storage bin for tungsten. Then we'll go molecular forge, molecular forge. That's the closest it can go. One space. Should be able to get an auto sweeper in between them. So we'll copy that one. There it is. That can go in the middle. Actually, I'll raise that up. Cancel that. Copy it again, and we'll raise it up so we can get a bin underneath it. Storage bin there. What's the range on that auto sweeper? Yeah, I thought as much. Can't service those bins. That one can service that and those two bins. And that should be okay actually. So we want shipping. Oh, I've disabled it, paused it again. Right, conveyor chute there, and that will take our incoming bits from the rockets. Are you ready to go? No, you're not fueled up. Yes, because I only put one. Yeah, I've only got one steam pump on it, so it's going to take forever. At what was it? 500 grams. Yeah, 500 grams of steam. Oh, I could put another one in, couldn't I? Put it over here. No, it's not worth it. Yes, it is, because we're going to do the next tier with the booster as well, aren't we? So, insulated gas pipe. Probably need to make this out of obsidian, because otherwise it will break. Right, power. Heavy watt conductive, and this will need to be steel, so the volcano doesn't melt it when it erupts. That'll do. How's this doing in here? That's steam 5.1 kilos. Send green signal if below 1 kilo. Sending a green signal, sending a green signal. Why are you not getting any water? Because I haven't connected it. God, making so many mistakes today. Again. Right. And that gold. That should send the red signal until that steam evaporates. It's all good, fantastic. Right, so when this is ready, I'll just set it to auto launch. Oh wow, that was a bit of a dodgy meteor, wasn't it? That managed to get all the way down here. I think what we'll do is we'll put in some protection there, stop that happening again. And yeah, is that all? That's all being repaired. Right, we'll put some bunker tiles in about here. That's about as good a protection as we can get. Maybe. Right, so if it comes down at this angle, if we put some here as well. Oh, they're metal tiles, not bunker tiles. Oh. Right, bunker tiles. So we put a row there and a row there. And what we can do is put a robo miner. I think it will probably have enough range. It's under shipping, isn't it? So it's not quite going to have enough range, is it? It needs to be there. Trouble is, it will get pummeled there. No, forget it. Although I might, when I get some thermium, I might put some robo miners along here, because I get fed up with all these piles of regolith you have to dig out. Right, how's our research going? Almost done on the solid fuel combustion. Probably be done before this rocket actually makes it away. We've got cold damage. Yeah, because it's not hot enough in there. Damn, it's because I've not got an aqua tuner in there. When's that erupting next? Oh, next activity 0.6 cycles. Let's disconnect the power to those, and we'll just wait for the eruption to create some more steam. I'll just wait for that to happen and cut you back in once we've got some steam. Alright, that's better. The steam is hot, the pumps are pumping. So it's 833. So that's sending a green signal. Should be ready. Rocket should be manned. It is. So, should be ready to go in a second. It's done that research at last, thank God for that. So now we can build a solid rocket fuel booster. Need to run an oxygen line. And we only need half a pipe for one oxalite refinery, so I think rather than run it from here in our Atmo suits, I'll just take it from one of these. Bit of a convoluted routing, but I think that would serve us better in the long run. And then we can save up all the excess oxygen for the liquid cryo fuel we're going to need soon. And I think we'll just run it along the floor here. like so. Cancel that erroneous bit of piping. We'll need to dig this out. And we'll just need to put a couple of bridges in. There we go. So we've got our gold in there, got our tungsten in there. So we're going to set this one to thermium. And I think I normally go thermium and supercoolant on one. And then insulation on that one plus 20 units of visco gel. Not that we've got that at the moment, but yeah, set it up that way round for the time being. They do draw this like 1600 watts each, these, so I don't really want to run two until I've actually got the materials to justify running two at the same time. I'd rather they just alternated what they're making. So rocket's gone, so if we get some iso resin and some fullerene at that one, that would be, well, that would make my day, to be honest. So there we go. We have our rocketry program underway, and we are ready to go. I hope you've enjoyed the episode again, and I will see you again soon. Coach Life out.